What's going on, guys? Zero here, and we are back in MTG Arena. So today we're gonna. I actually have been playing MTG Arena for off and on um, since the last videos I did which was a complete and horrible and terrible draft that I completely was just bad at. No questions about it. I was just very bad at it. So I've been playing it pretty much every day, getting the coins, getting the free packs, which gives me the wild cards, and I finally was able to. I feel like get enough wild cards together to actually put a decent deck together. I did use a video of a guy who I will try to link in the description when I upload this video. But so what I decided to do was I felt like that the Eternal Thirst deck, which is right here, is that was actually a decent deck. It was decently strong. Um, had some issues, but I was like, I want to kind of work off that. So I came up here and I built a more synergy, a more vampires themed deck. It has a more synergies in it with vampires instead of just life gain. So if we look right here, we start out with two Legions Landing. Um, just a one drop gives me a 1/1. Can flip and make it to a land that gives us another 1/1. The Aspirant, Sky Marcher Aspirant is actually a very good one drop. With City's Blessing, it can gain flying. This card has won me games just by sitting there and just tapping in with him constantly. Just always just hitting my opponent down just a little bit at a time. Adonto Vanguard, really hard card for certain control decks to deal with, especially with the pay for life, make them indestructible. Um, can be kind of a trap when it comes to decks that are playing more of burn or aggressive creatures, but it's you got to kind of figure out where to use the pay for life and where not to. Dusk Legion Zealot is a draw card, lose a life, but you get a 1/1 body for 2 mana. You can't really complain about that. Legion Lieutenant, you got to have your Lord. This Mavrin, apologize. Mavrin Fiend is a very interesting card. Um, by himself, he's not very good. He's a 2/2 for 3, but in order for him to activate, you have to attack with a non-token creature. But when you have stuff like the Sky Marcher Aspirant, and you have it with the City's Blessing, and you have flying, this guy can constantly swing in and create another 1/1, which you can then use for blocking, for life games, so on and so forth. And many times, I'll be playing a game and I'll have Legion Lieutenant and Maverick Thane out, and a lot of times they will choose to use their removal spell on the Maverick Thane. Leaving my Lieutenant, which I really like. I mean, the 1/1 buff is great. So a very interesting card. At first, when I first looked at it, I thought it was extremely underwhelming, but I've been surprised to say the least. Queen's Commission, just a 3 mana, make 2/1/1 vampires with lifelink. Um, Radiant Destiny has been amazing. For this tribal synergistic deck, Radiant Destiny is awesome. The +1/+1, and then if you have your City's Blessings, it gives them Vigilance, which pairs with the next card, which is Conclave Tribunal. Conclave Tribunal, I think, is possibly one of the better cards to come out of the new Ravnica set. Convoke is an amazing mechanic. When you have anything that runs this color and tokens, which is what we have, if you look on down, we have Call to the Feast as well. Um, and being able to convoke out the tribunal, exile anything on their board except a land, man, it feels good. Feels good. The one thing that make it feel even better if it had flash, but I think then it would be way overpowered and it would probably get banned from a standard format. So we have Call to the Feast, make 3/1/1 vampire creatures with lifelink. Alinda has also surprised me. With as many tokens as we have, it's really easy once you get Alinda out to just swing in with everything and not really care what you lose because she's going to get bigger every time a creature dies, and whenever she dies, she's going to make that many more tokens. So a very, very good card that I thought was underwhelming as well, but still a good one. Vana is another threat that if you get this card on the board, they have to deal with it or it will overtake the game. We have quite a bit of lifelink, and it's just a good card. Very rarely do I get to play it and it sticks, but you know, this is actually a deck where I would rather them use a removal spell on this than, for instance, my Legion Lieutenant, where I'm pumping all my guys. Immortal Sun I've gotten it out a couple of times. It's pretty much won me the game if I get to it. Most of the time, by the time you have 6 mana, this will probably be the last card in your hand. So being able to continually draw an extra card, so it's got the Howling Mine effect. Your spells are one less, and your creatures are buffed. That's just a great all-over card. Another really good part, the players can activate loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers. If you can stick this against control, and they can't activate their Teferi, and they don't have any way of getting rid of it, they're having to play out of their hand instead of using this Planeswalker as another free ability. It's a really good card. Lands are not completely great. I have 10 plains, 9 swamps, 2 isolated chapels, and 4 unclaimed territories. I just don't have the wild cards to add in 2 more isolated chapels. So we're just having to use what we can until we gain more wild cards. Um, and then when the next set for the Ravnica theme set comes out, we should gain Godless Shrine, which for Godless Shrine will replace these 4 unclaimed territories. So like I said, this is pretty much based off another YouTube content creator's deck, and I will try to give it a link. I want to give that creator the full recognition because this deck has actually when I built the deck, I had just been playing on it, playing and gaining the coins, getting the packs, and getting the wild cards. So I didn't really care if I won or lost. So I went all the way back down to bronze 4. Within 2 days, I dug myself up to bronze 2, which yes, it is bronze, but I mean I can't really complain. So we see what we have. I don't have a sideboard built because the sideboard does require more wild cards with it that I just don't have yet. But the next 2 wild cards I get for rare will go plus 2 more isolated chapels. We'll probably drop either one of each or just 2 swamps. I'm not really sure because we don't have any double black. That's the nice thing about the deck. If you look at it, there's no double mana symbols in this. No double colored mana symbols. That's one of the best parts. So we're going to jump in and we are going to play just a ladder. And just get an idea how good this deck it's worked for me so far. So we'll give it a shot and see what happens. I have been really getting back into it, really focusing on what I need to do doing things the right way. So for instance, this hand's not horrible. I do have the lands. I have a 1-drop. I am going first. I'm going to keep this hand and hope that I draw into a little bit more action. We do have our 4-drop, and we have the Tribunal, which will allow we can convoke it out. So let's see what we get. See what we're playing against. Alright, there's another. So let's go ahead and go to combat. Play another one. Play a land. So now I have, for instance, right here, we are able to actually cast the Tribunal next turn if we need. Alright, yeah, the Tribunal next turn if we need to. Another very good draw. Let's go ahead and see if we can get in for 4. Good. Alright, so let's see if this resolves. This might not resolve because he does have mana up. Okay, it does. Awesome. We draw a card. Danto Vanguard. Another great card. And we're going to pass the turn and let this player continue to play. Let's see what he gets. Alright, so what do we got? So this turn has Death Touch, and whenever you draw a card. So So we could deal 5 here. So what we're going to do is we're going to call the feast. Now this might be really bad because this might be completely doing something dumb and running myself into a sweeper. If so, so be it. We're going to go ahead and Conclave Tribunal this guy out of the way. We're going to get him for 4, so we cut his life total down. Like I said, we might be running ourselves into a bad spot, but it's worth a shot. I don't know a lot about the standard format currently because most of the time what I do is I watch Star City games. The Open Series, I think, is a very good way of saying, hey, it's a good way of seeing, we're going to discard this land, what the format will hold. And he forfeited. Good game. And lately, Star City Games has not, this whole, I believe, year, this 2018 year, Star City Games has not put a format for just standard or any tournaments. Alright, we got a free card. Awesome. And, you know, for me, Star City Games, the Open Series, is kind of what I watch. I don't really watch a lot of different stuff, and I especially enjoyed watching it this year because they've only really played Modern, and Modern is more my format. So, not really sure what the standard format really looks like. Now, they have played the Team Opens, which does have standard in it, but you can't really say a standard format is going to be based on what you see at the Team Opens. But as of right now, I think this is kind of an interesting standard. Ravnica usually is a very good set. In general, they do really good. We're going to keep this as well. Only 2 lands, but we do have a pretty good, this hand can be really good. So we're going to try this. So we see a mulligan down. We're going to turn 1, play the Aspirant. And then, depending on what he plays, we'll see if we want to run our Legion Lieutenant out or the Adanto Vanguard. So we have a Boros themed deck, which usually could be interesting. You know, usually means there's going to be some type of burn in it. So we're going to hold out on the Legion Lieutenant because if I can get Radiant Destiny out and then the Lieutenant, that puts my creatures at least out of shock range. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Alright, we got an Immortal Sun. Alright, so, nope, not that one. So I would like to see, let's say Vampire. I really would like to see a few more lands come up. I'm going to swing with him because I can make him indestructible. So I think he knows it's probably not going to be the best idea. He's going to block. Alright, we are going to pay the 4 life and make him indestructible. So we do need to grab some more lands. Hopefully we will get them shortly. You know, I'm okay. He can have that one. Leon and Vanguard. Okay, so this seems close. All right, awesome. This seems close to the Boros theme, the Boros deck that they got. That the pre-constructed deck. So that's awesome. I think that we can do pretty good against this. We really could use a Call of the. Uh-oh, so he lava coils it. Okay, I can respect that. Perfect. So we get another land. This is what we want. And we're going to play Vana. Vana is a very good. So our Aspirant has been constantly just chipping in, just constantly hitting. 6, 7, 8. Immortal Sun. We might get there, but I don't know. Alright, so what does he got? He can have. He's going to 2 damage to it. Okay, so he's going to kill that. Okay. So he killed our Aspirant. Another Radiant Destiny, which we will gladly play. We'll say Vampire. Now, an interesting thing is, from right here, is Yeah, okay, I lagged behind a little bit. So like, if he had another attacker out, like I could attack and then before he even cleared blocks, use this ability to kill the who might be blocking to guarantee that I'll get through. It's not that big of a deal because this the only Vanguard I'm not too worried about. And now we can drop in Immortal Sun, and this will probably give the tap out because he's going to be a 7/7. We also have City's Blessing. Sure. We'll end it. So whatever he plays here, if he plays a blocker for Kindling Phoenix, that's fine. I should have done it on, so we're just going to do that. So we're going to attack one attacker. I'm not sure. I might. Okay. Usually you can do that. I didn't actually. I need to take full control of my turn. What we're going to do, just to get this guy out of here. Now that we've done that, that'll resolve, and we'll kill the egg. And we will play Call to the Feast, which will give us 3/4/4s. And we can play another Call to the Feast because our Immortal Sun has made our spells cheaper. So we have multiple 4/4s. I think that should be game. I should have taken full control of that last turn, but I didn't. I was just trying to shortcut it, so that was my fault. All right, giving us the GG. Good game. We're not going to try to show off. We're just going to hit him and be done. 26 damage. So far so good. I think that's what our third match, second or third match. I can't remember. Shows you how great of a memory I've got. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can go 4-0 with just playing the game ones on it. Let's see how good it is. I don't know how good the deck would do in Constructed, because when you hit sideboard, a lot of people will side in stuff that is anti-aggro. And so I'm not sure how good it would do, but it might do well. So here, this is one of those iffy hands. I'm going to keep it because I do have 1-drop into 1-drop. Hopefully I'll be able to draw a black source, but we're going to try. This might be the one this might be where I screw up, guys. So let's see. We'll lead off with our 2/1 that I prefer leading off with him over Legion's Landing. So we're playing against Mirfolk, so we really need that black source. Yeah, I'm gonna swing in. I wanna see if he'll trade with me. Nope, he's not. So he values the Mistcloak Herald. Okay. A black source right here would be really good. So he's gonna deal damage, he can draw a card, that's fine. So let's see if we're able to dig ourselves out. This ain't good. This might not be Mirfolk. There is like a mono blue deck that I've seen kind of floating around. Let's see what this is. Yeah, we could really use that black source. A black source would be great because we can double Lieutenant. Well, we can't double Lieutenant next turn, but we can at least get Lieutenant and then another Lieutenant out. So let's see. I should have not kept this hand, but with the 2 1-drops, I felt like that does give me a little bit of kind of leeway. Oh, we got our black source. That is great. So let's go ahead. Well, let's start out with this. Because he's got 3 open mana open, and especially with this, the way that he's holding off, I felt like that there might be something there. The other good thing, oh nice. So we gain another Legion Lieutenant. So we are going to go ahead and swing in. Next turn, we should be able to transform our Legion's Landing. Okay, so he's going to flash that guy in and probably block our token, which is fine. Which he's going to get rid of lifelink. I understand. That's not a bad idea. Alright. So we are going to start dumping our Legion Lieutenants on the board. We might go ahead and, depending on if he taps out and I'm able to get another land, we might go ahead and dump Vana on the board, but I'm not sure yet. Mono blue, kind of like mono blue Merfolk, I guess. Not bad. Not bad at all. So another black source will give us double lieutenant, and I think that would almost do it. So that counters a spell, targets creature we control. Alright, so let's go ahead and try. Let's see if he has a problem with this card first. Nope. So we're going to go ahead and dump our lieutenant out. So that one passes. We're going to swing. Let's just swing with him. Let's see if he wants to trade. Okay. Let's see if he has another trickster, because if he tricksters my lieutenant, that won't really matter. Oh, sorry. I should have paid attention to what I was doing. And this is fine. I'm keeping my lieutenant up, which is what I really want to do. Okay. That works. You gotta respect the... Gotta respect it, man. Okay, so what do we get? Call to the Feast wouldn't be too bad. Having multiple 2/2s here would be really good. He does have 5. Okay, so he's gonna bounce, I'm guessing, my lieutenant. Yep. Okay. So we'll probably just chump whatever we can. I'm gonna just double block this. Okay. We're not looking too hot right here, but that's okay. That's part of the way the game goes. Alright, get another land. We can go ahead and get Vana out. I don't know how well this will go. Because when I go to Vana something, he can sacrifice this. So he might have so he's got an Essence Scouter. Okay. So he was just holding it. Like I said, that's just the way it is, man. Those counters and all that. Alright. That right there, that draw card has been really good for him. And he's got a 6. That's it, guys. He's got it. Good game, brother. Good game. Alright, guys. So we are going to call that a video. As you can see, I think that the game's pretty good. So I hope y'all have a good day, and we'll catch you in the next video.